Pregame.com.
Welcome to Pregame.tv. We're talking college football bowl action on Friday. The battle between Ball State and Central Florida, the Beef O'Brady Bowl. And Central Florida laying 7 points as we speak. Total sitting at 61.5. Welcome back, Bryan Leonard. Great to have you back after playing hooky for the right reasons the last 2 weeks. You were in the Cantor contest, which is still ongoing in the finals for the second straight year, by the way. Congrats on that. Wanted to ask you about, first of all, your bowl capping strategies. We've already had a couple of bowl games played, but what do you look for that's a little bit different in bowl season than regular season?
Well, basically, it all comes down to motivation. If a team is motivated against a team who's not motivated, that's a huge differential. In fact, I stopped doing my power ratings when it comes to the bowl season because it's totally different. And so I use my opening power ratings for the next year. I use the ending power ratings from the regular season as opposed to anything that happens in the bowls. Because number one, a lot of these bowl games are about a month away, so It's a totally different animal. And a lot of it comes down to motivation. And that's the first key. And there's a lot of games you could see over the course of this bowl season where the lines, if they were playing the regular season, the lines would be totally different than what they are.
Central Florida, no stranger to bowl games with George O'Leary as coach. I think it's their fifth bowl game now that they've played since he's been there. A couple of years ago, they were in the Liberty, and talk about motivation. They were motivated. The Georgia Bulldogs absolutely were not. The final score was 10-6. I don't know about you, but I don't expect this one to be defensive like that one was.
Not at all. Ball State's a team that puts up a lot of points. Central Florida, obviously, with a home field advantage right there. But, Ball State, if you took it for looking for any motivation, they have my database goes back to 1992. They have 0 bowl victories in that time. They're 0-4 when they play straight up in the bowls. So this is a game that obviously won a little bit more than Central Florida, who came into the season, I think, expecting a little bit more.
Marco, Nevada and Arizona, the bowl game last Saturday that kicked everything off. We saw 97 points scored in that one. We saw Chris Alt, his team, blow a 13-point lead in the final minute. Tony Sinisi in Monday night's First Preview Radio spoke about if you got bad defenses all season long and high-scoring offenses, it doesn't normally change in the bowls. What do you think about this one? We've got, again, as Marco just said, a Ball State offense that has been pretty on fire all season long. We've got Central Florida, whose defense isn't horrible, but Ball State's is. What do you think about this one?
Well, I look at this game and I agree about the motivation, and I'm looking at a Central Florida team that they want, they were in their championship game for Conference USA and they lose that game in overtime. So for your reward, you go to the Beef O'Brady Bowl in your home state. And I'm a guy, and I know a lot of people look at bowl games. I don't know how you guys do this particular angle, but they'll look and say, here's a team playing in their own state, so they're going to have the home crowd. Yeah, you're going to have more fans in the stand. That's a given because it's easier for them to get to the game. But if you're a student, you player, where's your reward? You played all year, you want to go to a bowl game. To me, I would want to go to, someplace different, go to another state, experience something new than staying in, your home state. So I don't think Central Florida is going to be as motivated. With Ball State, yes, they're a scoring machine. They've scored 30 or more points in their last 6 games. They've won their last 6 games in a row. They're rolling into the bowl games. And if you look at them, they're 9-3. Look at their 3 losses this season. ACC powerhouse Clemson, and then they play their other 2 losses were to the 2 best teams in the MAC, and you're the MAC expert, Kent State and Northern Illinois. So Ball State's done nothing wrong. I think, for me, I think they're a live dog in this game.
Good stuff, guys. This one's my free pick. As Marco just said, Ball State's been piling up the points all year. Last 9 games for Central Florida, over 37 points scored per game on average. Both teams, by the way, have a real nice running back, quarterback tandem. Neither team plays great defense. Central Florida's defensive numbers not bad. Ball State's not good. I think you're going to see a lot of points in this one. I'm playing the game to go over the total of 61.5 between Ball State and Central Florida. When we come back, more bowl action. East Carolina taking on Louisiana Lafayette. That's a free pick from Bryan in the New Orleans Bowl. Stick around right here at Pregame.tv.